Yeah, in the wash.
In the wash, at Dog Wash Trailer.
In the wash.
In the wash, we'll see you later.
In the wash.
In the wash, let's share some news.
In the wash.
Your dog, your views.
Right, so I always feel self-conscious like wearing gloves because I feel like people think I don't want to touch their dog, but it's not the dog.
I'll be honest, he stinks, so yeah, I'm not surprised.
It's not the dog, it's my hands get dry, and I just started to realise that it's a problem, so I've started wearing gloves. But I still feel a little bit self-conscious by it. Put my glasses on because I'm a little bit autistic and I find everything a bit bright, a bit much.
They're blue light, are they?
They're not blue light, they're just crappy little blue, but I just find it
They
a
do
bit
something, yeah.
They just take away a little bit of the
They
stress.
do anything but stay on your head by the looks of it.
These ones I've just broke, I brought leave them off. I broke these in the van, so
Yeah.
I've got another pair in the van, but I'll crack on. Yeah, I find the world a bit much sometimes, so the glasses sort of keep me a little bit calm. But
I've got some shades if you want some, just downstairs now.
I'll be all right. I've got some. I'll be all right.
Yeah.
I'll manage. I can cope with this environment now.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just find like everything's a bit bright, and so I started wearing the glasses. It made me feel a bit more comfortable. But it's turned me into sort of a cartoon character now because I'm wearing like these blue glasses, and I got a blue top. The van's blue.
Yeah.
And I just looked at myself.
You look like
one
you're
day.
trying, but it's like, no, this is how I survive.
Yeah, it wasn't like originally. It wasn't actually a plan. It just I just looked at myself in the mirror one day. I was like, oh, I've become a cartoon character, but I just left it as it is now. That's
So
how
if you're doing the hours you're doing, you're just like
just whatever works.
Yeah.
This is Willow, folks. This is Willow, Black Lab. This is Joe Bourne. Joe Bourne off of boxing. Joe's a professional boxer. I'm going to chat to him about boxing today. I've had a few fighters and boxers recently. It was not deliberate. It's not like dog wash and boxing trainer. It just so happens that a lot of boxing people are big characters, and I like to chat to big characters. So here's one. He's a big character. He's a big smile. A cartoon character.
I like the compliments, I'll take it.
So Joe, are you from Warwick or Leamington?
I'm from Leamington,
Yeah.
born in Leamington. Mum and dad were both in Leamington, then mum moved over Stratford Way, so I was Stratford Way since I was like 15 as well. Been back and forth, and then the missus, best friend and I have all moved to Warwick now, so this is where we are.
And then you train at Edwin Cleary's gym in Whitnash,
Yes, yeah.
So like for people who aren't from Leamington or Warwickshire, like Edwin's a bit of a name around the town, eh? People know him.
Yeah, I'd say so. I guess we've got one of the best amateur boxing gyms in the country, and considering, so we've got Randolph Turpin, who was from the area, but since then there's not really been any other boxing names.
Yeah.
And I guess a lot of people call us posh kids too, so.
But the mean streets of Whitnash.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where you.
The ends. So for them, I guess for the gym to deliver such, I guess fighters, athletes, whatever you want to call us, then it's pretty mad, to be fair.
So Edwin's got the two young girls who they got trials for England.
Got Serena and Jaya. They're both on England now, I think.
Yep.
Don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure they were both on England. They went to the World Championships back in, I think it was March.
Yeah.
I think it was March in Thailand. Can't remember where they placed, to be perfectly honest with you, but both did pretty well, I'm pretty sure.
And who else is? You've got Danny Quartermain.
Danny Quartermain, good friend. I think he's fighting in September. And then we've got Lewis Williams as well, who is, I think he's 4-0 now.
Yeah.
4-0, professional boxer. Came off GB, was on that for quite a while. Just missed out on the Olympics.
Yeah.
But
Good girl.
yeah, most definitely should have been there, put it that way, because he's the best person I've been in with. So
Yeah. I've called by Edwin's gym a couple of times. Two reasons. One is because I wanted my son to train, and he wants to box, but we just can never find the time because he plays rugby and powerlifts. The other one was because I thought, well, do you know what? I need to lose some body fat, and I kind of struggle with consistency, if I'm honest, because I work so many hours. But I did get a good feeling in there.
It's very different from any other. I obviously started boxing late, so I walked into that gym, and it's the gym's moved, so it was near the train station in Leamington. Now it's in Whitnash, but that is Edwin's the only trainer I've been with. The environment there is definitely completely different to any other gym I've been to. Works for me. I'm not too sure how I deal with anywhere else, to be honest.
Is that the only place you train?
apart from going away sparring,
Yeah.
and like obviously you go to their gyms, and to be honest, like when you go away sparring, everyone's really accommodating. I've not really had any, I guess, bad experiences. Going away sparring. Like as soon as I turn up, everyone's like, "Do you want a drink? Do you want this?" They don't kind of make you feel uncomfortable. And I mean, you know, they're paying for you to come and give good, valuable rounds to their fighters as well. So
Yeah.
it would be silly to make us feel unwelcome and then, you know, give a crap performance. And it's a bit like, what's the point of us even being here?
Do you do like S&C at the Edmonds gym as well?
No, all my S&C is done either the Foundry Gym, literally down the road, and then some of the recovery stuff is done at Bannon Time out near Wildmoor.
You know, the thing I'm never been sure about, like with boxers, like because obviously you hear the phrase like the legs have gone in a fight or whatever.
Okay.
I know that refers
I think
to.
your legs have gone a different way.
No, I don't mean that. Like in a fight, right?
Yeah.
So like, I know it's a bit broad, but like Deontay Wilder, right? You know, he's got those chicken legs, and like when you see S&C programming for boxers, they don't tend to do a lot of like the heavier compound lifts, or is that just some? Is that?
It's always like variated. Like it's always like box squats.
Yeah.
Or you won't really see a normal squat be done.
Yeah.
It will be box squats, and I guess sometimes it might be with a safety squat bar.
Yeah.
I guess just to save the shoulders, like we're using our shoulders to throw hundreds of punches each day. Like, do you really want to be getting under that bar, especially if it's got some sort of weight on it, stretching your shoulders back? And I guess because of the position that boxer's standing, they've got quite rounded shoulders, innit? So getting the bar on your back's a bit of an issue sometimes.
So it's still like you still include the compound lifts, but
Yeah,
in a different,
just a
way,
variation. Like I still deadlift.
Yeah.
I still bench press.
Yeah.
And then I'll do the box squats.
Yeah.
But it's more because I enjoy it. You got to enjoy what you do. And if I'm meant to be going there and doing single-armed dumbbell press, I'm not enjoying that.
Yeah.
So am I going to give it as much as I would going in and bench pressing?
Yeah.
No. And I think because of my powerlifting background, I know how to lift correctly, where a lot of boxers, I guess, have been boxing since they were kids. And I don't want to say it's all they know, but they don't know any other sport. Like, you rarely see, I guess, you rarely see a boxer that's also doing another sport, at least to a high level. A lot of them might go and play a bit of football with their mates or whatever, but none are competing at a high level if they're into boxing.
So you started with powerlifting first?
Start with rugby first.
Rugby first.
Yeah, rugby was the first love. That ended when I was 17 due to an injury.
Yeah.
Tried to come back, and then literally the first training session back, the other knee decided to go. So yeah, fell in love with the weights. More of a rehab tool, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I think I had some mates at school that got into their weights, and like we'd go at lunchtime, and then because I couldn't play rugby when it was, I guess we called it games.
Yeah.
I'd end up going into the gym, and then it was only when I went to uni I met the guy you just met there, my housemate, and he was actually a powerlifter at the time. I didn't even know powerlifting existed, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just thought you go in and lift heavy weights. So he introduced me into that, and then did all right. But due to the lower limb injuries, the squats took a bit of a, I don't know what the right word is. I just couldn't train properly. I couldn't train them properly due to injuries. Like you'd have a few good weeks, and like we were talking about earlier, you get those niggles.
Yeah.
Be successful, get a few good squats, and your squat will be going up. Then all of a sudden, something happens, and it just always seemed to happen. Whether it was a back injury, whether it was a knee injury.
Yeah.
Bench press was the one that kept going up. Managed to compete for the GB team as a junior. Went over to Tokyo back in 2019.
The GB powerlifting team?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realise you'd gone to that level.
So I was the IPF junior bench team.
Okay.
Didn't full power it, so a bit of a fake powerlifter. Did do full power competitions, but just not to a high standard. Like my squat was nowhere near, I guess, the qualifying number. Deadlift was alright, to be fair.
Yeah.
But biggest bench press was 207.5 kilos.
Yeah.
And then after I competed, in Tokyo, I was 155 kilos, and I'll be honest, I was just bored of it.
Yeah.
So bored of it. And I mean, you'll understand due to your lad. Like, you can train day in, day out, eat the correct stuff, do this, and you might gain 2 kilos onto your total in 6 months, and it's just a bit like, I can't be arsed with this, to be honest.
You're going to piss a lot of powerlifters off. Or something.
I do apologise.
As soon as you say powerlifting is boring.
No, it was boring for me.
Yeah,
it was boring for me.
for him.
When you're involved in the sport and you're doing it, you're going to these meets, and I guess because I'll call myself a fake powerlifter doing bench only.
Yeah.
It didn't tick my boxes, and I guess with rugby being the first love, there was that. And I'll admit, I was pretty good at rugby, so like, it was hard to do something I wasn't the best at as well.
Yeah.
Not saying I was the best rugby player, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got back and signed up to one of those ultra white collar boxing events.
Yeah. I was going to ask how you got the transition across.
Yeah. So signed up to that, and that honestly was because I've been trying to lose weight for years. Even as a powerlifter, I had a nutritionist, but you'd kind of eat all your daily allowance, and then, well, you've met my mate, he's a big lad as well.
Yeah.
We'd be like, right, we'll go to an all-you-can-eat Chinese after already eating 5,000 calories that day. And just little things like that on the weekend. You're just eating crap, and sometimes I think as a powerlifter, you think bigger is better. And it's only, as of recent, you're seeing a lot of these powerlifters where they're in really good nick as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, signed up to that ultra white collar boxing event. Ended up doing 8 weeks free training. I think I probably lost 5 kilos just doing those 2 months.
Yeah.
And that wasn't by eating any differently. Like, I was still going out on the piss.
Was that just through volume of training?
Yeah.
Just volume,
I mean, you go from lifting weights 4 or 5 times a week to, would I even say I got my steps in? I did have a very active job at the time, to be honest.
Yeah.
But they were long hours, so I guess the food intake probably wasn't the best either. I did try my best, especially when I got into boxing, everything changed a bit.
Yeah.
Like, I did start to think about what I was putting into my body more, and, you know, we're not going to eat crap because it's going to make me train awfully.
But you were heavyweight, right? You were heavyweight.
Yeah.
So there's not really a top end though.
Like it now?
Not yet.
No. There's not a top
Willow.
end now.
There's not a top. So there's not a weight you've got to come under, or you.
No. It's 92 plus.
Yeah.
91 plus. I should probably know this, to be honest.
Do you think in boxing you still have you still got the super heavyweight in some
as an amateur?
As an amateur,
there's super heavyweight, then there's heavyweight, and then when you turn professional, there's heavyweight.
Yeah.
That would be super heavyweight, and then there's cruiserweight.
Yeah.
And that's heavyweight as a amateur. So yeah, it was quite weird. So after my charity game, I went out to. You familiar with Leamington?
Yeah.
You'll know Smack then.
Yeah, I'm from Sydenham. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm from Naam, mate. As all my Indian friends call it Naam still.
Right.
Yeah.
I've not heard it being called that, to be fair. But
they always say back in Naam.
Back in Naam.
Yeah, like the veterans.
After I stopped the guy in the second round,
Yeah.
to throw that in there. Went out to Lem, went to Smack, and my coach now, Edwin, works on the doors there.
Yeah.
And he said, I've just seen a clip of you, blah, 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 blah. He goes, you should come down to my gym.
Yeah.
And in my drunken state, I was obviously be like, yeah, I'll come down, whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's a tactic that most definitely works on me. It was like, you won't. And I was like, you what? So I just knew. He said, come down Monday. He goes, don't train, just come have a look.
Yeah.
I was like, all right. But in my brain, I was thinking, I'm turning up Monday and I'm training.
Yeah.
So yeah, turned up Monday, and I just remember being greeted at the door by they're both good mates, Matty Harris and Lewis Williams.
Yeah.
So Matty Harris got to be pushing 6'9", Lewis 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah.
I'm used to being the biggest lad, like I'm 6'4" and a half.
Yeah.
Can't forget the half. Walked in there and I just remember being towered, and I was like, oh my lord, got my work cut out for me here. And I guess just years of, it was more Matty. Matty was there for the first few years because Lewis was up on GB. He was only ever in on a Friday.
Yeah.
So yeah, years and years of getting battered by Matty, to be honest. But just got that thing in me where I don't want to say I don't give up, because, but that's the way I look at it. To be fair, it's like I just don't give up, and like when I'm into something, I just give it everything. I can't really give something a half-assed attempt. It's just like all or nothing, and that's the way I've been with every sport, whether it's been powerlifting or boxing.
The white collar thing.
Yeah.
You saying like that was like the contrast to like what you're doing in powerlifting. Like, did you get like more of a buzz out of being in front of people in that way?
No, it's not even the being in front of people. It was just I think it was just the athleticism of rugby.
Yeah.
As in, like, you've got to move.
Yeah.
You got this. Where with powerlifting, it was just up, down, rack.
Yeah.
Like, just didn't tick my boxes. I was just bored of it.
Yeah.
And like I said, the only reason I got into boxing to begin with was to lose weight. Did I ever think I was going to be a professional boxer? Absolutely not. Especially starting it at 23.
Yeah.
Like, it's very, very unheard of. I mean, you got the likes of Fabio Wardley that fought at the weekend that started. I think it was 21, and obviously he's done exceptionally well.
Yeah.
There's a few out there that have started late, like Deontay Wilder, 19. I think Joshua was only, I think he was 18. But yeah, they're some of the guys. They're at the very top, and it's like, did I ever think I would get anywhere near that? I mean, obviously I'm still a long way to go.
Yeah.
But just to be jumping in with those top level guys now, sparring and everything, is would I ever think I would have done this 6 years ago? No.
So for the people that are watching this,
Yeah.
who are the names that people would know that you've sparred with?
Fraser Clark was the first I'd say big name that I was in with, and that was after 5 amateur fights.
Yeah.
Went down to Loughborough to spar him, and nervous to say the least, because I think the most rounds I've ever done was 4. And I think we get there and he's like, 6 rounds all right? And I kind of look at Edwin like, fucking hell, I've never done 6 rounds. But he was very much like, look, you're here now, you got to get on with it.
Yeah.
And I think the one thing we changed, he trains with 30-second breaks.
Okay.
And that was the one thing Edwin said, like, look, he's only had 5 amateur fights of 2-minute rounds, so can we just do the whole minute breaks?
Yeah.
And yeah, even the first spar, I just absolutely went for it. Not like went for it as in a fight, but like I felt like I belonged there.
Yeah.
But I do remember getting to like the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th round. I was like, all right, I need to get a lot fitter. But I was still really heavy then. I think at that point I was still 138 kilos.
Yeah.
So I'd lost, just under 20 kilos while I was jumping in with them guys.
What's it like then when you get to a gym where you've gone to spar someone you've not met before?
Yeah.
Is it like a nervousness, like nervous energy? Is it a bit?
You know what? I haven't been nervous to spar for years. When I first started sparring, I would be shaking.
Yeah.
I would be shaking, like just the thought of, well, when you spar someone for the first time.
Cheers, Willow.
When you spar someone for the first time, I guess both of you want to. It's either going to be a really bad spar because you're both being too respectful.
Yeah.
Or it's going to be a bad spar because I guess even if one of you's respectful, one of you isn't respectful, then I'm the kind of person, if you're going to hit me hard and take the piss, then I'm going to retaliate.
Yeah.
I'm very much, whatever you do, I will do.
Yeah.
I guess that's something I do lack. I kind of need to be whacked to whack back, where if we're both going to be in there and be respectful, then not much is going to be done. So probably do have the best spars where someone's hit me and then I'll turn it up a little bit, but but the best spars are like, we both understand it's sparring, we both understand that we need to get some good work out of it too.
Yeah.
So it can't be too tippy-tappy, like we've got to whack each other.
Is that sort of an unwritten rule, like, or do you like because like lots of people won't have sparred before, obviously.
Yeah.
So when you go to spar someone, you like, is there sort of like, do you have a discussion before about like how hard you're going to go in? You just spar, play it by ear.
You just go in and spar, and I guess it also, like I said, if it's the first spar, Lord knows what you're going to get.
Girl.
When you've done a few rounds with people, You kind of understand how they spar, they understand how you spar, and it depends of what point in their camp they're at too. Like,
Yeah.
especially for the top level pros, I guess they go on a big break, come back, and they're unfit. So their first few spars aren't going to be the best, and then as they get close to their fight, you want to emulate as much of a fight experience as you can. So it's going to be a lot more aggressive, a lot less respectful, let's say, but it's quite different from what I've seen for clips of MMA sparring.
Yeah.
It seems to be more technical drill sparring more than anything. I could be wrong, I'm not done MMA, but this is what I see online, where with, I'd say, boxing sparring, people are like, oh, you're not going 100%, are you? I'm like, you are.
Yeah.
You are, but if you catch someone, that's where you back off for a second.
Yeah.
They might not even need to recover, but it's just very much like, right, I've hit you with a good shot, I'm going to step off now, because there is no point going in there trying to take each other's heads off, because if we were to do that, you just, number one, it's not good for the brain.
Yeah.
Number two, you just get nothing out of it, really. Like, we're all in there. I know I'm tough. I know I can fight.
Yeah.
I don't need to prove to anyone that I'm tough and can fight. And obviously sometimes it's something I've had to learn over the years, that it is boxing, it's not a fight.
Yeah.
It's brilliant if you can fight, because that is plan B.
Yeah.
And no disrespect to Fabio Wardley, but like, he has made, in my opinion, he's had a great career, and it's still going on, off being able to fight.
Yeah.
He'll go in there, he'll box for a bit, and then someone whacks him. I think he fought a guy called Molina. I think this was one of the first fights I saw.
Yeah.
Like, I watched Fabio do, and he went in there, he's boxing, he was dancing around a little bit, and then he got caught with a shot, and he just switched on there and then and iced him out, and it was just like,
fight mode.
it's just fight mode. So like that, it can take you a long way. And like, you've got athletes like Deontay Wilder, who's quite similar. On paper can't box, but as soon as it comes to a fight, like, he gets them out of there. And I guess if you can do both, then that's
Do you know
great,
Deontay's story about like his daughter and I mean, that's incredible.
It is mad. It is mad, and I guess,
I mean, like, if people are watching this and they don't know that story, like, Deontay Wilder is, I suppose, very American in the way that he hypes himself, but you know, and you can probably think of him in a certain way, but when you read his story and about how he's gone to fight to look after his daughter effectively, and he took on his daughter after his partner left, didn't he, as well?
I didn't know that part of it, to be fair. I knew he was looking after his daughter.
Yeah,
for
his
the
daughter's
medical
disabled,
reasons,
isn't she?
Yeah.
And his partner abandoned her, basically, and he took it on. I mean, like, when you read things like that, and you're saying about like having fight mode, it's also in the personality as well. It's
I guess he is literally fighting for his daughter's life. Like, obviously, everyone says when you have a kid, your life changes and the way you look at things changes. And I guess if you're going into the ring knowing what could happen if it goes badly, you're thinking about leaving your kid behind too. So,
do you think you can box if you're worried about getting hurt?
No. I think you have to put that to the back of your mind. We all understand we can get hurt, but I'll be honest, there's spars I've had where, not now, but at the beginning of my, say, career, you would worry about, I might get chinned, I might this, I might that, I might this, and the more you think about it, I've never got in a ring, even with Deontay Wilder, I've never got in a ring thinking, right, I could be put in hospital here. Or even worse. But I used to think, right, I could go in here and get knocked out, and it was that feeling was probably why I got so nervous before spars. Maybe because I hadn't sparred a lot, I didn't exactly know what my chin was like. Now I know I can take a punch. But
have you been knocked out before?
No, I haven't.
No, never been knocked out yet.
Touch wood. Gotta keep that there. But no, I think going back to it. Those spars were the worst spars I had, because you had all that nervous energy, all that tightness. Where it's that saying, like, if you go in the rain, you're gonna get wet.
Yeah.
If you step into a boxing ring, you are going to get hit. It doesn't matter who you're in there with.
Yeah.
I mean, I could step in there with my girlfriend. She's probably going to land a punch on me at some point. You know, she'd probably love to do that as well. But yeah, you are going to get hit, and I think the more you spar, the more you fight, you realise, it sounds weird saying it, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that because, like, I playing rugby, I've been hit a few times where it didn't really bother me at the time, and I look back on it and I think, well, is it adrenaline? Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, definitely a bit, but there's. Say when Edwin does a lot of body sparring because I think everybody understands the effects that it has on the brain long term.
Yeah.
But he does a lot of body sparring, so we avoid getting hit in the head.
Yeah.
But we're throwing big shots to the shoulders. Sometimes you get clipped in the head.
Yeah.
And I guess because you're not expecting it,
Yeah.
and you're not as fired up because you know you're not going to get hit in the head, it might catch you differently to what it would if you were prepared for it.
Yeah.
So like when you go in there for sparring, the adrenaline's up. You don't really feel the punches too much, and then when you're in there in a fight, the adrenaline's through the roof. So I'm going to say you don't feel anything, to be fair.
Yeah. Well, you think there's just a point where your body would give up? You think if you got hit
I think, well, if you get hit on the button, then get hit on the button. I mean, everybody in boxing that is, I guess, trying to get somewhere and competing at a high level, you got to be tough. You got to have a bit of a chin. But if you get caught right, obviously some people's chins are better than others. But if you get caught right, then there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, like, we all saw the fight on Saturday, and
yeah, brutal.
The chin doesn't get better than that.
Yeah.
Does not get better than that. But if it went on to the very end, I'd be very surprised if he'd stay on his feet, and like something eventually would have got to him, in my opinion.
What's your opinion on that? Do you think it should have been stopped sooner?
As a boxing fan,
Yeah.
I'd say yes.
Yeah.
Only because there's that line of it being entertaining, and then there's sickening. You know.
Yeah.
Well, as a boxer, it's there like, I know what could happen to him if this were to continue. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it's like, this is a world heavyweight title fight.
Yeah.
How many boxers out there get the opportunity to fight for it, let alone win it?
Yeah.
This is what Fabio's been training for, and Dubois has been training for their whole life. I guess more Dubois starting boxing as he was a kid, but yeah, even Fabio for the past 10 years has been training for, day in, day out. That's what he's been training for.
Yeah.
And if you were to take the opportunity away from him, you may have saved his life.
Yeah.
But that's what he wanted to do, and he, by the looks of it, he was still trying to swing back. He was happy to go on his shield.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a hard one. It is a hard one, but this is the thing, unfortunately, with boxing. If it wasn't called and then he knocked Daniel Dubois out, no one would have said anything. No one would have said anything. But yeah, and then if he were to be knocked out himself, or ended up at hospital or something worse, then everyone would be saying this should have been stopped rounds ago. This, and this. So it's always hindsight.
Everyone...
And same with the Parker.
Sorry, Willow.
Same with the Parker fight with Wardley. I think Wardley boxed really well that fight.
Yeah. He surprised me.
I'll admit, I thought Parker was going to win, and there were some rounds in there where you think, is he going to have him? Is he this? But same with Hooney. He's getting absolutely battered by Hooney the whole fight, and then bang, knocks him out. And it's like, if that went the whole way, what would they have said? If Hooney was a bit bigger of a puncher, could have caused some real issues for Wardley. So it's a weird one. It's a weird one. I know if I was in that ring fighting for a world title, I'd want to be given every chance.
Have you sparred Fabio Wardley?
I haven't sparred Wardley, no. I haven't sparred Wardley.
You sparred Dubois?
Sparred Dubois for his last spar before the fight, so the Friday before.
Yeah.
That's an experience, I tell you. And
Big puncher.
That I was nervous for.
Yeah.
Like I said, I haven't been nervous to spar in years.
Yeah.
And I've had a few phone calls off Don to get down to sparring. I think the first time I got called, I broke my hand. The second time, I perforated my eardrum.
What, in camp?
Sorry.
Like in the camp? Like when? Like...
Not with him, with
right.
other people.
Oh,
So
I
broke my hand in a fight 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then I was sparring Fraser Clark, and he just caught me on the left ear.
Yeah.
And that eardrum went. That was the first time it happened. Weird that was. But I was meant to go down and spar Daniel. And then, when I got the phone call to go spar Daniel this time, I was like, oh Lord, I've heard a lot of stories, but it is someone I've wanted to spar for so long.
Yeah. Well, is it at the farm?
It is,
that
yeah.
They train?
Yeah.
You
hot.
see
It's
when?
hot.
Is it like an old sort of barn?
Yeah, it's like a. I guess where it's a farm. It's
Yeah.
a farm. It's in a barn. I'm not too. I think there's some sort of CrossFit, high rock stuff going in the building opposite, and then they got a massive outdoor assault course near it. But I was getting wound up all week. My Edwin was ringing me, just winding me up. He almost wanted. He knows now I don't get nervous when I go away sparring.
Yeah.
And because I've had a few fight cancellations, I've not had that fight feeling.
Yeah.
Either since October. So, he says he was trying to emulate that, but I think he was just enjoying seeing the squirm a bit, to be fair.
It's winding you up.
Yeah, and then as I got home, we were going out for. That's it. The missus said, "Do you want to come out for dinner with my parents?" And I said, "No, I just want to be at home. I want to eat what I normally eat, stay on the diet, make sure I get a good night's sleep." And that. She goes, "Are you scared?" And I went, no. So I told her, ring her parents and book the table. But I was nervous, to say the least.
But how do you deal with nerves? How, like, if you take it into the ring, is it a good thing to have nerves?
I think, you know what it is? It's the nerves of, I guess there's some boxers out there that would say they don't even think about losing.
Yeah.
My nerves come from not going in there and getting hurt, not going in there getting knocked out. My nerves come from, like, I could lose this.
Yeah.
And that's where my nerves come from. I fought a kid. It must have been maybe 3 or 4 years ago in the amateurs now. He's a Finchley lad.
Yeah.
And I remember I was meant to fight a different Finchley lad. And it was either the day before or on the day. They said, right, this guy can't fight anymore.
Yeah.
But we've got another lad.
Yeah.
And they said, right, he's the development champion. So the development champion is the under 20 fights.
Yeah.
And I remember hearing that, and I think this was my, I want to say 6th fight. I think it's my 6th fight. I'm about to fight the development national champion, and it's the first time I'd ever gone into a fight thinking I'm going to lose.
Yeah.
I went in with such a negative mindset of I'm going to lose. Anyway, ended up stopping him, and since that day, I've never fought like that again.
Yeah. Do you think you had to have that experience to be able to move past it?
I guess so. But look, like if I went into that fight and did lose, then that could have had a really bad effect on me.
Yeah.
Because it could have almost be like, oh, what I was thinking came true.
Yeah.
And I would have had to go through that again. But coming out the other side of that winning, it was just that the thought of thinking that. Of course, I know I can lose, but I don't worry about it so much now. Or at least I don't carry that energy into the ring now.
Yeah.
It's almost there like I'm going in to win this because I don't want to lose.
Yeah.
More than I'm going to go and lose. So yeah, it's all part of the development, I guess. I know with boxing, it's heavily mental.
Do you get coached about that, about psychology of how to deal with problems like that?
Definitely not as an amateur. I guess as a professional, you could dip into your own pocket and pay for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like especially being on small halls now, you don't make a lot of money. So I invest in my S&C coach, I invest in my nutritionist, feeding me alone costs a bloody fortune.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so if there's any butchers out there who want to sponsor Joe, get some meat into him.
that'll do. Steak will do. Not
Yeah,
fussy. It'd be something I'd like to look at in the future, but it's definitely not a priority, just because I think my mindset is getting more bulletproof, and the way I used to not enjoy the lifestyle of boxing, I used to not enjoy the not drinking, the eating good, the this, maybe off the back of the powerlifting lifestyle, and I guess rugby too. You see all rugby footballers every weekend after the game, what are they doing? They're going out with all their mates getting on it.
Yeah.
And that's what I grew up doing.
Yep.
And it was quite weird entering the boxing world where people would be like, what are you doing this weekend? It's like, oh, I might go out for dinner.
Yeah,
might.
yeah.
And it was like, what? So yeah, I used to not enjoy the lifestyle, when now I enjoy it. Like, it gets to Saturday night and all I can think about, like I was saying, because I'm so close to a fight, my cheat meal now is steak and chips.
Yeah.
It's okay, should I be eating the chips? No, but it's not an all-you-can-eat Chinese.
And you're a heavyweight boxer, it's not going to be...
Yeah, I can be a little bit more lenient. Yeah.
It's not the worst. I mean, I know it's not perfect, but it's not terrible, is it? Let's be honest. It's not.
Yeah, but things like that I now enjoy.
Would you say you've got more discipline than motivation?
Would you say I've got more discipline than motivation?
Yeah, because some people wait to be motivated and struggle with the discipline side of things.
Yeah, like, God, I moan. Like, I don't want to do this, but will I go do it? Absolutely. Especially when you haven't got a fight. There's been so many periods in my pro career where I've been waiting for contracts, waiting for medicals, waiting for fights, and every day it's like, I don't want to do this. Don't want to do this, but you just get up and go and do it. And like I said, I'll put my hands up. I do moan, I do complain, but it's like, as soon as I'm there, I'm like, right, we're here to work, innit? Get it done. And there's no better feeling than you get that fight day and the motivation kicks in as well. I've felt great now for the past 6 weeks, and then unfortunately my opponent pulled out on Monday.
Yeah.
And I've just felt that lull again. Like, it's hit me like a train. Like, when I was told your opponent's pulled out, I was a bit like, oh, here we go again. And it didn't really affect me. And then I woke up Tuesday morning. And I just thought, oh, can't be asked for this. Did I go in? Yes. Did I get it done? Yes. Did I still train in the evening? Yes. Yeah. And that's where the discipline comes in.
Just control the things you can.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
sorry, Willow.
Obviously, I had a bit of an awful debut. That's because I had a pull out the week before.
Yeah.
Didn't stay disciplined. Ended up going out with all the boys. Had a lot of people travel down to come watch me fight. So I was like, right, we're going out anyway. And ended up getting a phone call on the Wednesday.
Yeah.
After not really leaving bed for a few days, just because I was just that fed up.
Yeah.
And yeah, I wasn't ready. Wasn't mentally ready. Wasn't physically ready. And you know, when my last fight got called off, everyone was still going out, but I was there like, you know what? I did go out with them, but I didn't eat crap. I didn't drink, and I thought, you never know what could happen. Like, I could get that call up next week. So now it's very much just trying to stay ready, and that is just discipline. It's not motivation. Because
mate, if you want to get
tough.
disciplined and not going out, get yourself some kids. The things you'll say is like,
I've got an easy solution for
mate,
you.
It's easy. I go out at about 9:30.
Yeah.
And I'm exhausted. My wife and I went to London a while ago for like a sort of a treat ourselves for a night out. Went out for dinner, and we had a couple of pints, and I was like, oh, this is good. Let's go out.
Yeah.
And then it was like, we just checked the time. It was 6:30. Do you know what I mean? And like, we were knackered at 6:30. I was like, oh my god, we're parents. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, this is what I mean now. Like, I miss out on a lot. Miss out on yeah, I guess you could say birthdays. Miss out on this, miss out on that, because you know, I'm either training, either away sparring, either this, and it just doesn't really bother me that much anymore. Where it used to bother me, I used to get FOMO.
Yeah.
I just don't get that fear of missing out anymore. Like, it's just, I just know that it's going to pay off one day.
Sorry, Willow.
I just know it's all worth it now, where beforehand, I guess it was that bit of self-doubt as well.
But you're missing out because of something greater, I suppose.
No, exactly. But this is what I mean by the self-doubt. Beforehand, maybe I didn't believe in myself.
Sorry, Willow.
Where now I can definitely tell you I believe in myself. So it does all feel worth it.
Widow's, I don't know if you see, I was trimming her claws, and I just got to the last two, and she kicked me away twice. But they're fine anyway. So, but she's been ever so good. I don't know. We've been chatting away, but she's been ever so calm all the way through. Willow's Joe's mum's dog. Little bit behind the scenes there. Sometimes when I want to speak to someone, they don't always have a dog.
No.
And I pull one in from somewhere. But
We found one.
We found one, yeah. So that's a little bit behind the wizard's curtain. That is. Like sometimes I want to chat to someone.
Borrow dog.
Yeah. Sometimes I do borrow dogs, like stunt dogs. So that's kind of what this is. But Willow's been ever so calm. Like she's been really just
yeah,
relaxed
Mum
and calm.
I did tell Mum what was going on today, and she took her for a big walk to
Nice, yeah.
calm her down. Yeah.
Oh, she's been awesome. Like she's been calm. Well, she's been double shampooed for the dog wash fans. She's been, because I had 6,000 people watching me wash a chihuahua the other day. There are real life humans out there who watch me wash a dog. It's incredible, isn't it? I still can't get my head around it. I just think it's bizarre.
Yeah, the views might not come from me, mate. But
Well, we'll say something really offensive, and that's how we get big views. You know?
yeah,
I'll just make it up. I'll just put subtitles on. It's like you said,
just got to caption it well, don't you?
Yeah, I'll just caption it like Joe says something really aggressively right wing at the bottom. But basically, I think like what's interesting is like when I was going to chat to you, I thought, do you know what? I could ask loads of questions about what's your routine look like, what does this look like, but there's loads of that sort of stuff out there. I think it's more interesting like just to hear like a day to day, like what things feel like, rather than what a template like. I go to the gym at this time. I do this at this time. That's kind of basic, isn't it?
I really want to get on my own social media journey.
Yeah.
Like, I guess vlog.
Yeah.
Day in the life, but then I think,
Yeah, it's hard.
does anyone want to see me?
But the thing is, you have to be quite vulnerable.
And go to the gym.
People like if you're a boxer, like the thing is, you got to be able to get hit, and you're kind of tough mentally, but most people feel a bit rubbish most of the time, and if they hear someone who's an athlete also having the same experiences, but they're using discipline to get through, that's worth. But you've got to be able to put yourself in a vulnerable situation where you can put it on camera, and that might not go in your favour.
I'm not bothered about that. To be fair, I just don't want people to be watching me. Well, just be watching boring content, to be honest. And like I say, every day is the same. Wake up, go to the gym, do a one-on-one, train, do another one-on-one, come back, eat, sleep, then train again, and it's just the same stuff day in, day out. And like I said, it's weird now. I can admit that I enjoy it, but I don't expect my viewers to enjoy it. So,
but that is an athletic pursuit, repetition, and it's kind of boring. That's like everything. Like everyone I spoke to previously who have got some sort of athletic hobby or pursuit, it's the same stuff all the time. And most people, me included, struggle with consistency.
Yeah.
And I think that's what sets people apart from being athletes. It's not just the genetic side of it. It's also being able to do the same thing over and over.
Yeah. It is consistency, and I mean. The biggest thing I've struggled on is my diet.
Yeah.
Since day one, I'm now, how many kilos down? I'm now down 40 kilos since I started boxing.
4-0?
4-0, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And that came from just watching what I was eating a little bit more, and obviously moving a lot more boxing.
Yeah.
And it's only been the past year I've really dialed it in, and since then, so I kind of lowered about 127 kilos. I stayed there. It didn't really matter what I ate, didn't really matter what I did. That was just my weight. And it's only been the past year where I'm down to 117 kilos.
Yeah.
Where I'm watching not measuring, like I measuring, being like, this is how much I needed this is how much I needed this, obviously with the help of the nutritionist. But that's the thing I have to be consistent on. And when it comes to so close to a fight, I make sure that I'm not going out for my all you can eat Chinese on the Saturday. That stuff cuts out, and the difference in my body composition and the difference in, I guess, how I feel and train is it's insane how much difference there is. And like just little things like drinking. I've always been a big water drinker, but I go around life now and there's some people, I'm like, do you want a drink of water? No, I'm all right.
Yeah.
I'm like kind of not watching them or tallying, but I'm there like, this guy ain't had a sip of water all day.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
he brought me a bottle of water.
I'm just like, please drink it.
I will drink it, I promise,
But yeah, just things like that. Of like, I know how great I feel when I'm being consistent with my diet. And more importantly, if there's anyone out there that does feel a little bit naff, that is the thing that they need to focus on the most.
Yeah.
Like, you know, get your steps in and eat well, drink water, and you will feel so much better. Obviously, a lot of people might not have time to go to the gym for a few hours, but just getting your steps in alone and being consistent with your diet will just, in my opinion, improve your life like a lot.
Well, you know what? I'm going to finish this on that note because, like, I've been gaining weight at an incredible rate recently, and I've been trying to be a bit more consistent. But what I'll do is, on the back of this, I will make more of an effort because I feel awful recently. To be honest with you. And sometimes you just chat to someone else outside your like friend group or whatever, and it kind of makes you think, yeah, okay, I'll give it. I'll start again.
Good.
So that's what we'll do. Right, if anyone wants to box in Leamington and Warwick area. You come to Joe's house and he'll
Get a session.
I'll put the address in the end.
I do one-to-ones, so yeah.
But what would you say to people who want to start boxing, like young people?
As in to compete, or
just to work out what it feels like to be in a ring?
No one. Right. I think let's say every child should do some sort of sport and should be sometimes pushed.
Yeah.
There's going to be some days where you don't want to go, but I think that helps teach discipline as well, and that will lead into the workspace too.
Yeah.
Like if you're at work, but I don't want to go in today. If you've been used to being told like, oh, it's okay, you don't have to go in, then it's a knock-on effect.
Yeah.
So I think if they're really not enjoying it, nobody should box if they don't want to. Nobody should get, I guess, hit in the head if they don't want to.
Yeah.
But especially if you've gone in there, you enjoy it, you have unfortunately, natural ability does help.
Yeah.
But then again, boxing is one of those sports where I've fought people that most definitely were not better boxers than myself, but they were fitter.
Yeah.
And I guess on the day they were more game. You know, they had that, like I say, I can tell you right now, I have that don't quit attitude.
Yeah.
Whatever these guys were on, I think there's a guy I fought called Matt Williams. It's the guy I broke my hand with. He's now on GB. At the time, he wasn't the best boxer, but I have never come against someone so fit and so game in my life. And I'll admit, he didn't look the part. I think everyone saw me get in the ring with him and thought, right, Joe's going to batter this guy.
Yeah.
And he went on to beat me, and he just did not stop.
Yeah.
Did not stop. And that was, at the time, he's a lot better now, I'll give him his credit, but it wasn't talent then. That was just pure determination and fitness. So it's one of those sports where you can just, the more work you put in, you'll surpass the people that are, I guess, more naturally gifted than you.
So if people want to train to be fit, is boxing somewhere worth going?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. More boxer size though.
Boxer
size, yeah. You don't have to, like I say, if you want to go and jump in body spar and have a little bit of fun, cool, but do I say to anyone, you know what, actually, I feel like everyone should have just one spar in their life, just to know what it's like as well. Just to know what it's like, because it's easy to be watching boxing, especially with the fight of the weekend. You've got half the people saying it shouldn't have been stopped, half the people it should be stopped.
Yeah.
I guarantee half of the people saying it shouldn't have been stopped will get knocked out by a jab.
Yeah.
No, I bet half of them haven't even taken a jab in their life. They felt what just a jab alone felt like, especially off Daniel Dubois. Because I can tell you it is solid.
Yeah.
They would change their opinion straight away.
Yeah. So it goes some way, like I think that, like when you walk into a boxing gym, if it's the first time, it feels like another world, because people are doing things you probably wouldn't used to. Like when I was about 11 years old, I went to the old ABC in Leamington, which is near the McDonald's.
Near the temple.
Yeah.
Temple, yeah.
And they did like a 3-mile run, and it like shocked me completely.
Yeah.
And I was like, run? And it actually fucking ran as well, like proper ran. And I just felt like, I'm so far behind.
No, it's like day one, I walked in the gym, and I think the two girls that the two girls were on about earlier, they were doing their footwork.
Yeah.
And I remember Edwin had me there going, I was looking down at my feet.
Yeah.
And when I teach people now, I'm there like, they're looking down at their feet, and I'm like, look at me. I'm like, where are your feet? They're like, oh, here. I'm like, right, you know where your feet are.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't need to look at them.
Yeah.
But I still remember day one, I was looking at my feet moving, and these girls were running up and down, doing their footwork quickly, and I just thought, I'm never going to get to that.
Yeah, yeah.
And, 6 years later,
Yeah.
I am, but
Yeah.
it's taken, just got to be dedicated, innit?
Yeah, I think like I felt like that. If anyone like I felt welcome at Edwin Cleary's gym. I couldn't. It's not for me because I live in Coventry and I'm working stupid hours washing dogs and that. But if you're a regular human being, I would say Edwin Cleary's gym's worth looking
Yeah,
at.
there's plenty of classes on in the evening. There's box size classes, there's beginner classes, and then there's kids classes on the weekend too. Then when you get to a certain level, you come in, possibly compete, and different levels, all abilities too.
So you got Edwin. That's his advert in there.
I've got to pay him something. Not paid him in a while, yeah.
Okay, folks, I'm going to let Willow out because she's been sat ever so patiently. She's shiny now and she smells good. I'll keep in touch with Joe. If you want to see how he gets on in the future, follow his social media. Born Strong.
Born Strong.
Born Strong. Yeah, there's a little play on words there.
I'd just like to say thank you to Shredper and Brett Graham for looking after me and making sure I can do this pretty much full time.
Who's that?
My sponsors.
Sponsors, there we go.
Sorry, I should have asked. I do apologise.
And I need to thank Bully Billows for the shampoo they sent me 4 weeks ago, which I haven't used yet. Oh yeah.
Dog wash trailer.